Just entered the ending of the first half of the year, and market are falling back for a second day today. But looking at market performance overall this year, it is up by 2.5%. Could this be the start of a pullback, or are we able to build on some of the gains that we have already made so far this year?
Well, I'm pretty much optimistic about the market, Sam. Well, quite true. Yeah, it's halfway through the year, and we're still about 3.5–4% year to date. But do bear in mind that about January, February this year, we were pretty much at about 10%. And perhaps with all the profit taking that has occurred so far, you have the situation which we have on hand. But as we move on towards the end of the year, there are quite a few things that I expect to play out. First is with the new administration coming in with pronouncements in terms of policy, with implementation starting, and with the markets having greater confidence in the ability of the government to see its policies through. I expect to see a rebound in terms of year-to-date returns on the market. So yes, this is mid-year. We are where we are, but I think we're still going to go upwards.
Now, taking a look at the brewery sector, the index has fallen back for the week. Looking at the latest quarterly earnings reports of Nigerian breweries and Guinness breweries, Guinness breweries has managed to improve its profit margins, while Nigerian breweries' profit margins have fallen back there. Can you give us your outlook on those two stocks in light of the fact that Guinness breweries has outperformed the overall index?
Well, yeah, it's interesting, the approach you have with Guinness breweries there. But Guinness Nigeria, in fact, one significant thing that's been done is outsourcing to a third party. Clearly, that has eased some of their capacity constraints and allowed them to make a greater margin compared to their sales. Perhaps this is in fact a very good reason why the performance in terms of profits after tax and before tax are looking. Also right now we are pretty much at the year end for Guinness Nigeria. It's the financial year end is June, and I believe people are holding on to the stocks right now for whatever corporate benefits they are going to come. And a lot of analysts are pretty optimistic in terms of Guinness's ability to outperform. On the other hand, we've got Nigerian breweries. Nigerian breweries over the past 12 months have done some interesting acquisitions. There have been some breweries around the country with some fair degree of underutilization of their capacity. These have been acquired, and Nigerian breweries are starting to bring them in to their corporate structure. That has some costs in the short term, and that will definitely has its impact in terms of the margin. On the other hand, it's also given the Nigerian breweries a reach into certain regional markets where lower value, lower brand perceptions type of beers exists. But again, you've also got to look at the products there. Nigerian breweries did point out that the market for their malt drink brand, the Amstel Malta, it's a no-sugar brand, seems to be on the increase. And that clearly is a space in which Guinness Nigeria is in playing right now. But it's still early days yet for Nigerian breweries. We've just done first quarter where they are concerned. So they've still got about another 9 months to go in terms of performance indices. We'll be looking.
Sorry for interrupting, what are your thoughts on the competition space there? We've got SAB Miller, who is being strategic about its entry into the Nigerian market. It is investing $100 million in an Onitsha plant to increase its capacity in the region, but it still doesn't have a solid foothold. Do you think that it would be able to take some market share away from Nigerian breweries and Guinness breweries?
It's going to be a very, very interesting, if I could use the word, fight, competition, you know, to see when SAB Miller does make its stance in Nigeria. Clearly, $100 million investment in the brewery sector is not much compared to what you have with what Nigerian breweries and Guinness are doing. But SAB Miller have a rather stealthy approach into the market here. Details in terms of what their exact plans are not really known, but I do expect that once they do get a foothold in here, we will definitely see a blitz in terms of marketing, and they'll put all they have into it in terms of trying to snatch some of the market share. It's going to be tough. Those products have to do with taste, they've got to do with brands, and it's a matter of appealing to people to change taste or to change brands.